Very few individuals have had the good fortune to observe our planets in orbit, but because of the amazing spacecraft who are researching or who have already investigated nearby celestial objects, we see breathtaking video of them from every corner of the solar system. Earth, the gift of modern space exploration, the capacity for Earthlings to see. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. The largest blue planet ever currently in orbit around the Earth is one of humankind's greatest achievements, the International Space Station. This astonishing habitable artificial satellite is around 240 miles above our planet's surface, traveling at about 17,000 miles an hour, and has been visited by over 200 people since the year 2000. The space station orbits the planet approximately 16 times every 24 hours and has enabled astronauts to capture some incredible high-resolution footage of the planet's vast cloud cover, swooping auroras, bright blue oceans, impressive landscapes, and the magnificent nighttime glow of our city lights. This spectacular time-lapse footage gives the people of Earth a chance to see our home planet in all its glory, as if you were looking through the eyes of a real ISS. Astronauts on a clear night, Earth's moon can be seen shining in the dark sky with a background of distant glistening stars. But only 12 people have traveled the 238,850 over the years. Many images have been captured of our planet from the moon, but the most famous one was actually taken by the Apollo 17 crew in 1972 during their journey to the lunar surface. Named Blue Marble, the picture shows a beautiful full view of the Earth and was only enabled by the lucky alignment of the planets, the spacecraft, and the moon. However, back in 1968, the first manned mission to the moon, Apollo 8, broadcasted an image that was later described as the most influential environmental photograph ever taken, captured by astronaut William Anders. It shows Earth and parts of the moon's surface as seen from the spacecraft. This stunning image became known as Earthrise. For many years, humans have been fascinated with Mars because after Earth, it is the most habitable planet in our solar system and could one day support a colony of people. Scientists have been sending space probes there since the 1960s, but it wasn't until 2003 that we got to see the first image of the Earth and the moon appearing closely together from the orbits of another planet. This amazing photo was taken by the Mars Global Surveyor as it traveled around the red planet when the Earth was about 86.49 million miles away. Since then, scientists have captured many high-resolution photos of the Earth, such as this striking image taken by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter in 2007, but in 2004 while taking photographs of the Martian sky. The Spirit rover revealed the first picture ever taken of the Earth from the surface of another planet. The image reveals a dull spot in the night sky that is actually our distant world just before the Martian daybreak. One of the most impressive gas planets in the solar system with its extensive rings is Saturn. Over the years, only 4 spacecrafts have visited Saturn and its mysterious moons, but the Cassini mission was probably the most famous before this amazing craft ended its mission by deliberately plunging into Saturn's atmosphere. In 2017, it sent incredible amounts of information back to the Earth for scientists to study. But in 2013, what does Earth look like from space? Perhaps it's easy to take that view for granted if you've watched enough videos, but imagine for a moment that you are watching it from a small window in a house-sized vehicle orbiting between 330 to 410 kilometers, 205 to 255 miles, above Earth, traveling at an average of 17,227 miles per hour. That's around 15.7 orbits per day. When astronauts and cosmonauts see and feel this view in person, they are awestruck by the realization that the human species and everything we've ever known exists on a fragile blue marble surrounded by the vast darkness. This is called the overview effect. From the Royal Institution. The view of Earth from space is one that few of us will ever get to experience. To see the planet as a single orb in the expanse of space can change the way you feel about your life, our species, and our place in the universe. It's an experience currently reserved for the fortunate few who carry the torch of humanity into space. Helen Sharman, Daniel Tanney, Michael Barrett, and Jean-Francois Clairvoy recalled that moment when they first set eyes on our blue planet from above. The images above are of Saturn, the sixth planet orbiting the Sun. I've never seen any image of Earth from Uranus, Neptune, or any other object outside of Saturn's orbit. Only 5 spacecraft from Earth, the Voyager spacecraft, 2 astronauts, and the New Horizons spacecraft that overtook Pluto in 2015, are too far away. This spacecraft was not intended to look at Earth, and as far as I know, has not captured images of Earth from beyond Saturn. But in theory, can we look at Earth more than Saturn? Just talk about the Earth brightness. The answer is yes. Our world does not get so dark that we can see it with the naked eye until Neptune passes by, about 14 billion kilometers from our home. Now look at Pluto's orbit. It has a particularly elliptical shape, ranging from 2.7 billion miles, 4.4 billion kilometers, to more than 4.5 billion miles, 7.3 billion kilometers, from the Sun. Pluto is located at a finite distance, so if we only consider the brightness, there are no other factors, we should be able to see Earth with the naked eye. But it's another factor. When we leave Earth, our world appears closer and closer to the hot Sun. As it recedes, the distant Sun begins to darken the view. From Pluto, even though the Earth sparkly it's enough to see, you probably can't see it in the Sun. So here's the answer: how far can the Earth be, and you can still see it with your own eyes? Although no one knows exactly why no one has ever experienced it, and because human vision is different from human vision, it may not be possible to see the Earth with the eye somewhere outside of the eye. The orbit of Saturn. Now let's change the situation. Suppose we are maybe used tools, not just eyes. Suppose you are an intrepid astronaut astronomy scientist who went to Pluto. Let's say you bring all the tools you need to see the Earth under the Sun. Can they use telescopes, hidden disks, and other technologies to see the Earth? Expensive. But it still won't be easy. How far can we see Earth with the naked eye in space? According to exhibition brightness, the answer is about 9 billion miles, 14 billion kilometers, roughly the distance to Neptune or Pluto. In practice, viewing this from such a distance would be difficult, since sunlight would obscure the Earth's image. Cassini captured a rare image showing the dark side of Saturn plus its magnificent rings, distant faded stars, and our home planets in the same frame. This will probably be remembered as the most famous image from the Cassini mission, capturing Earth as a distant bright blue dot 898 million miles away. In 1977, the twin spacecrafts Voyager 1 and 2 were launched into space to conduct close-up studies of Jupiter and Saturn. Over the course of the mission, the space probes sent incredible amounts of information back to the Earth, but their mission didn't stop with just the planets. The Voyager 1 craft is the farthest human-made object ever sent into the cosmos and is currently studying interstellar space. But before the probe ever got to this point, the famous Carl Sagan suggested that Voyager 1 turned its camera towards the Earth for one last look at its home planet, and when it did, the probe took a majestic photo that became known as the pale blue dot from 3.75 billion miles away. The picture was taken in 1990 and holds the record for the farthest image ever taken of our home planet. In the photograph, Earth's apparent size is less than a pixel and appears as a tiny blue dot against the background of space with bands of reflected light rays on the camera lens. This incredible picture does not necessarily represent the beauty of Earth, but instead the immeasurable vastness of space and our undeniable small place within it. I really hope you enjoyed this kind of tribute to the Earth video. Remember to hit the like button if you did, and subscribe for much more to come. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.